Hello everybody, welcome back to another Magic Arena draft where we are here with Avatar. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you are currently enjoying the content I've been producing. And with that, let's head on into our pack 1 pick 1 with a Katara, an ally Panharmonicon. I don't know if there's a huge amount of ally triggered abilities. I know there's a couple with the white one that enters. I think it was a couple of white ones, isn't there, with enters that creates 1/1s. But I'm not too sure if there's anything beyond that. Though it does seem like it could be an interesting workaround if we try and push allies. I don't think the White Lotus tile is really a limited card. There's a firebending lesson. I guess there are some other white like Ang's airbending, so maybe we'll take that because I have not done anything with the airbending stuff. That's not an enter. I guess it's triggered, isn't it? So I guess the Suki actually will trigger twice. If we want to go with the Suki, Submersible is great. Airbending Ascension again would be good for kind of ETB stuff, though you do get to airbend an opponent's creature if you want to as well with this. When a creature you control enters, put a quest and at the beginning of an end step, if this enchantment has 4 exile to one target creature you control and return it. So need ETB stuff. I think I might take the Suki, stick with the ally things. I guess actually the airbending ascension isn't actually too bad just as an airbend ability for 2 mana and has some just possible upsides. Actually maybe just take the airbend ascension here. Okay, what else have we got? Gliders, if we really want to go with that. I might just take True Ancestry, essentially just kind of a cycler, get something back. Maybe that's being killed, and you can draw like the Glider Kids. I don't think I'm third picking that. Lightning Strike would be some nice removal, though obviously it's not in the colours that Katara fits. So maybe we'll again stick with those 3 colours at the moment. Benevolent River Spirit. Okay. Is that just Snowballers? No. Actually, maybe because Benevolence River Spirit is double blue, I could just take Snowballers. Avatar Enthusiast is fine, but not particularly great. Again, I think I'll take the Snowballers. Fits in with Katara's Panharmonicon ability. Again, I'm kind of more looking for white, maybe airbending, again as the Ang, 3 mana Ang, which I have not actually, I don't think I've ever seen that or been picked in a draft. So yeah, I think that's probably quite a early drafted card from what people get. Momo does trigger with Katara, and again if I get some airbending, works with the airbending ascension. Don't think I want the Water Tribe Captain, so maybe I just take a 1-drop here now. So at the beginning of your end step, if this enchantment has 4, and whenever a creature you control enters, yeah. Okay, is an octopus form or a Hama. Earth Rumble. Also now. Could take a 5-drop, though it's not an ally. I might just take an octopus form, or I could take the Earth Rumble, though I don't really have big creatures, so I think I'm just going to take an octopus form to protect maybe the Katara. Not the greatest pack. I guess I'll just take a barrels for fixing and potential removal. Another octopus form, or could take an origin of metal bending. There's not, I guess there's a little bit of green, or I don't really have any. I've got one flyer, so that's probably not really what I'm looking to do. I guess that's not a triggered ability, that just happens, so that wouldn't trigger. So maybe I'll just take an origins of metal bending. Quench now maybe, or a Rabaroo as a land cycler. Might be okay now. Again, there's a bit more green coming around, but I think I'll stick with the land cycler. There's a green land cycler now. Don't think I want the energy bending, and I don't think I want the platypus burst. So let's just take another land cycler. A bit of green coming around now. Okay, now we've got the glider kids as a 3-drop. Horse, ostrich horse, or allies. Guess I'll stick with the allies instead of the green card. Probably don't want 2 of them. And Earthbender lesson is probably not what I'm going to be doing. We've got a Teo, which is a good looter, which is probably what I'm going to be taking here. Actually, there's a boulder now. Ooh. Because there was a lot of green that did come around. Actually, there's also Path of Redemption as removal. Because I did not have particularly good interaction at all, so I might have to take the Redemption over the Teo. And again, I don't have much in the form of blue. It might even just be just white-green at this point, so I think I take the Path now. The Team Avatar is pretty good. There was another Snowballers. Okay, the Team Avatar is pretty good if you're trying to go wide. And it is kind of sort of removal. But I think I like Snowballers enough to want to keep thinking about blue. There's another Momo. Or there's an unlucky Cabbage Merchant. It's kind of fixing, honestly. I guess if I'm trying to go in 3 colours, yeah, it seems like a fine, fair 2-drop. Actually, there was a green, white land there. There's a Kyoshi Warriors, actually. So I actually might need to buy the Kyoshi Warriors, because that's one of the few I think that has an ETB. Yeah, I'd like to take the mediation pools, but I think I need to take a 4-drop here. Earth King left. When this creature enters, put a counter on each other ally. Whenever another ally you control enters, put a counter on this creature. Nice. So, paid off a little bit there with the allies. How many allies have I currently got? 9. So yeah, it's kind of like the Thalia's Lieutenant. Putting only on allies instead of humans, which makes sense, I guess, as this is more ally orientated. Okay, there's an Earth Kingdom Protectors now, which might be okay. Probably better than another Rabaroo troop. Take that as a nice 1-drop. I might not run the octopus form and just keep the Snowballers instead, but again, I don't have much removal interaction, so I might need to keep that to combat against it. So that's pretty good as well with the Airbending Ascension. I guess, what else am I looking for? I actually don't really know too much in terms of the cards for the allies. There's a Soaker, but that's in red. I might just have to take the Earth Rumble, even though it's probably not the best removal for me. So yeah, I probably need to take that, unfortunately. Honest work, lost days, 2-drop, which can make something a little bit bigger. So I probably want to keep the curve low and maybe go 16 lands, 2 land cyclers. So I think even though I'm mainly white-green, I think I still like the snowballers as some tempo, because I don't really have anything else in the 3 slot that looks worth replacing or taking out. Okay, so we've got another barrels, another land cycling. Guess I take another land cycling here over anything else, but I probably won't run 2 of the Rabaroos. Third Rabaroo, don't think so. Guess Wandering Musicians as a nice 4-drop blocker. Don't think I'll be doing the double green there. Don't think I'm going to be any of these. I guess I'll take that one just in case I want that as a flyer. Okay, actually, Rebellious Captives 2-drop. So that would trigger twice, wouldn't it? I think. And don't think I need them. Might not play the Origins, possibly. Well, no one wants these Rabaroos. A Legend of Kuruk again. What else have we got then? Team Avatar, Enthusiasts. Yeah, Legend of Kuruk I think is worth trying to play with. I would like some Aang's Journeys. An airbending lesson now is quite nice. There's actually a forecasting fortune teller. Earthbending Ascension. Enters Earthbend to then search a lobby for a basic and put on the battlefield. 3 mana ramp might be something, or do I want Airbend lesson? I guess 3 mana ramp's probably good here. Again, if we're going 3 colours. Another Legend of Kurik, wow. And a Flopsy. Oh, this pack, again, I think I'm going to take the second Legend of Kurik. Another Katara. Wow. Pack 3 is pretty good. Okay. Yeah, take another Katara. Actually, these legends might not be too great. It depends on the fixing or the later cards that I can kind of get. Like Origin and Methbending probably isn't going to cut it. Intruder Alarm. Might just need to take a Seismic Sense, I think, for trying to get some land. Probably don't want 2 of these tribes. Is Cat Owl better than the... probably not, because it's not an ally. Okay, the Earth Rumble I'm not too sure about. Though again, I don't have much interaction or removal. I've got one piece of removal and interaction. Ugh. Yeah, probably need to keep that in, unfortunately. Maybe the true ancestry doesn't need to be in here. Badger mole. Like I could maybe more in the... Yeah, I guess that's actually white-green, so I kind of probably still am white-green. Could just take a water-bending ascension. Let's stick with the green. Don't think I'm going to be any of these. Okay, so I need to remove 2. Vengeful Village is not quite there. Guess I could take a Yip Yip as I don't have much removal, so I need combat tricks. Enthusiasts might replace the Water Tribe Captain as it is a triggered ability. So the Musician is probably going to come out. Okay, there's an Airbending Ascension, but I probably want to take the Sandbender Storm. Again, as some removal. Yeah, I think that's something I need to take here. Lost Days. Is that better than Earth Rumble? Might be. Yeah, I guess. Well, yeah, it might be. But I was gonna say I might take something else instead. Don't think I'm going to be any of them. And another Lost Days. Yeah, I was tempting of taking the Vine Bender as being a 4-mana 4/3. That might have been better with Earth Rumble. But, okay. So again, 16 lands with 2 land cyclers. Yes, it's interaction, but I don't think I want that. And I don't think I want the Badger Mole. Again, I'm trying to keep with the ally side of things. And when you do, if you have 4 quest counters up, put a counter on target creature you control the game's trample. Again, I think I run the Earthbending Ascension just as as ramp fixing. So my removal / interaction is Barrels, Rumble, and Path of Redemption. I guess the Snowballers for some tempo, but that is not great. That is not looking great at all. Got a combat trick with these 2, but it's not looking great. Oh yeah, I do actually have, yeah, Sandbender Storm as well. Like I don't think the Earth Rumble is going to be great in my deck because my creatures are just so small that they just can't really kill anything of large unless I have the saber tooth moose out. So I think I just have to remove that. I feel like it's quite weak in the deck. And then what else would I be? So yeah, one more to get rid of. Maybe the captives. I think I want to keep the cabbage merchant again just as some fixing. So maybe it's one of these. I think the protector is probably quite good. Again, Momo is not that bad. Again, if I can get the Airbending Ascension happening. And again with the Zhong deserters as well, with the flicker. So maybe it's the captives. Though I'm cutting out my early plays instead. I guess seismic sense isn't particularly important, as I've got some barrels, so fixing of barrels, Earthbend Ascension, Cabbage Merchant, and 2 land cyclists, so maybe that's kind of good enough. So then the land situation is 665, is that right? So plains would need to be the highest, and then green and blue is actually the same. I guess it's giving me double blue because of the double blue. Sorry, giving me 6 blue because of the double blue on the Kuruk. And I do have... I kind of feel like I want to do this though. 656. Because I'm more green-white. I think I want to do it like that. Actually, maybe octopus form is worse than seismic sense. Maybe instead of octopus form, I could play the true ancestry. If something like I can cycle these and get it back later with true ancestry, maybe I will do that instead. That was giving me more land, so I actually need to do this, I guess. 655. If I'm going 16 lands. Whenever you cast a spell, create a 1/1 color spirit token. This could exhaust would went 20, take an extra turn, sure. Let's do that. Yeah, this is, again, probably not the most amazing deck. Probably shouldn't have taken the Kuruk. Maybe the Kuruks were actually a bit of a bait for me, and I should have just kind of left them and gone more with the allies. But I think the Kuruk is quite good with the drawing. And just whenever you cast a spell, it doesn't have to be a non-creature spell. So let's, yeah, leave it like that, and hopefully we can do a bit better than my previous draft and see how it does. Okay, here we are with our round 1 Bant allies. Hopefully we can draw something. Okay, so I am on the draw, but I have all of my colours and I guess some kind of tempo play, so I think that's a keep, even though I don't have anything too impactful in my opening hand. Just having the colours, I suppose, on turn 3 is pretty good. Okay, so we've got a Cabbage Merchant now. So I'll see if I want to... Okay, red deck. Okay. Probably... just... Cabbage Merchant. Like, I don't need him anymore as a way for ramping. Because I have my... well, not ramping, more kind of fixing base. Because I have all of my colours, so I'll just trade away here. Instead of taking 3 damage, even though I would get it back with my food. But obviously missing a land for turn. Maybe that's what we're trying to find with their discard. It's a little bit awkward not having anything. Guess I could pass and just crack the food, though. Yeah, I think as awkward as I think I just pass, as much as I'd like to maybe get some board presence. Then a porcupine, sure. So I guess I can snowballer that or airbend it, maybe. A Momo, that's pretty good with the airbender ascension. Guess I just Momo and maybe snowballers. Do I Momo? Yeah, I think I'm just going to Momo and snowballers. Though I feel like they've got a fire bending lesson in hand. I can ascension my own snowballers maybe, just to put another another what's it called, stun counter. Unless I want to see if they want to trade. I guess I can attack, and if they trade then maybe just Path of Redemption. And then, or I can airbend ascension my Momo, put a counter on my creature. Well, there's a lesson. Again, still can get my counters on to my creature. And guess I can get my own rebellious captives down. This is 6, so they can't activate theirs. Now it looks like I'm going to have to Path of Redemption there, Porcupine. Yep. Missing that. Oh, don't want to do that, sorry. Wrong target. And I think I'm just going to be on the defense a little bit. Really need a second blue source, or at least something else castable at least. They got another punch, yep. Blue source. Nope. Maybe having these Legend of Kuruks are probably a little bit too bold with them being double blue. Such a good card. I guess I can do that, but I kind of think I want to hold up this maybe for the Badger Mole, so I think I'm just passing. So this becomes a 4/4. Sure. So force them to at least, I guess, use their turn. Again, it's not going to kill my musicians at least. It's fine. So let's just kill the badger mole. True ancestry. Okay, I guess I can get back my cabbage merchant to maybe then get the other blue at this point. Yep. Sure, so that's block here, block here. Lightning strike, that's fine. And yes. Okay, so I'm taking 8 next turn. Okay, so actually what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that is a 6. So we'll keep that and I can cast it at least. It looks like I'm just chumping with this. I don't really want to die to some other pump spell. Ugh, another land. I guess actually it's probably better to maybe do both of them. Probably not. I was thinking of cracking the clue and maybe doing both of them, but I maybe should have kept the. I can still do it. Both of them, that's fine. Yeah. Well, they've got something, so let's do it like this. You got another punch maybe that they can use against you. Yeah, they have. Well, at least they'll trade. Oh, he's going to do it with the boar, of course, yeah. Another kook. Sure. Well, I'll take a creature and see what else I can draw. Kyoshi Warriors is a good one. So I'm going to submit 0. Maybe I can stabilize with Katara and Kyoshi. Oof. Wow, they've been drawing hot, they have. That. I'm dead to any kind of burn spell here. But maybe I can stabilize, but it's going to be tough, I think. So actually, how many have I got now? So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can actually activate. That's 20, so I need a little bit more. Scry, get rid of that land. Looking for something. I'm sure I've got some kind of removal at least. Well, let's attack like this. So I've got some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So not quite enough. So I probably want to just scry instead. Barrels is probably fine if they chump with a 1/1. Looks like they were looking at their graveyard, so they might have their own. They've got a rebellious, earthbending lesson instead. There's barrels. And they've given up. Well, I guess I could probably attack with everything. I'm guessing that I'm never really going to activate the Kuruk. Realistically, it being 20, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I guess trigger at the end 19, 20. Then I could have activated and had another turn. But again, I'm just taking an extra turn without actually doing anything. But I guess I would have attacked with everything. If they would have chumped with the 6/6, then I could get it with the barrels at least. But I guess that's what the deck is trying to do at least. But feels like it could get overrun pretty quickly with some big and fast, or big green and fast red decks, especially as you see, kind of getting stuck on the Kuruk. I guess that's the only card really that I'm going to be struggling casting because of it being double blue, but then everything else should be okay. But yeah, glad we got there in the end, and let's head on to the next game. Okay, here we are with game number 2. And I am first. And this hand is rubbish. Yeah, this is definitely a mulligan. So let's see if we can get something a bit better. Ugh. I guess the barrels is what we're looking for. Guess I just get rid of the Legend of Kuruk because I've got a couple of them in the deck. So barrels, I guess, into the Earth King. Though not too fussed if he doesn't stick around. I needed to play the planes in case I draw green as well anyway. Okay, I guess I can still Earth King instead of cycling. Or do I just want to cycle? I guess I will still play them out as a 1/1. Maybe I'll draw a cheap ally that make him a 2/2, though that's not quite good. So let's just cycle this and get a forest at this point. Though I think I'm going to take a few hits, probably off the Poxbearer. He didn't even bother. Okay, so I guess I can airbend their Poxbearer. just to hit for one doesn't seem great, so let's just play a 2-5 instead. Again, I think they might also have a firebending lesson in hand. They're also cycling, it's like 4 colours, okay. So are they shrining, or are they just kind of like 4 colour good stuff? They are a soaker, okay, so can probably airbend their soaker. Put a counter on, I guess, itself. We'll make that 4-4. Make this a 3-3. I guess I'll make that a 4-4. Because it's harder to block with it being trample. So now I just need some more creatures, I suppose, more allies. Okay, there's a Path of Redemption, which is not too bad, though. Need to get... okay, so so attack with that. That becomes a 3-5. Or do I need to stay back for the blocking the soaker? I guess I will stay back. Actually, maybe I should have barrels, use barrels on the soaker before it goes. Okay, they're just gonna do that, that's fine. So then that means they won't be casting anything else here. Okay, so I'm just going to, I think I'm just going to try and ramp, to be honest, and get my second blue. Yeah, and at this point I just need to kill the soaker here, I think. Maybe I've got another one. I've got a Master Pian Dao, sure. Well, that's unfortunate. 8. Yep. Can hit me for 4 at least. 5 even, yeah. So I need my own Path of Redemption. Snowballers. Well, I think I need to snowballer the Master Pian Dao, play my musicians, and pass. And let's flicker these. Ah, they've got their own Katara. So what are they splashing the red for then? Kyoshi Warriors. And I think I'm happy to just push with my musicians. Having a 5 toughness is quite nice here. I'm not sure if they would trade their... Oh, they are. Okay. Well, let's kill there. And then let's just tap down the Pian Dao again. Stop them from trying... Stop them from getting any more kind of card draw or card advantage on me. Makes sense to do that on upkeep to at least reduce the chances of drawing lands. This is anytime, sure. Drawing a card. Anything they've got? They're gonna push? No. And let's make it a plains as I got more of them. And I draw my own plains. Well, not too fussed if they want to trade a 2-3 with my 4-4. Trading for 2 for 1, sure. I need my Katara to then at least get more triggers off the snowballers. Okay, Legend of Kuruk is pretty good. There's a Katara and a Momo, which is quite nice. So I guess I can Momo, because I can cast it this turn at least. Nice. Yep, well, ending the turn, at least I can block maybe once, but pretty good that they had some removal. Okay, so I'm probably going to have to... This is a clue. Okay, so I guess I'm just chumping because I need to find something else. So let's draw first, then scry. Guess I'll take a snowballer. I do have that card that can get me back up. Oh, it's been exiled, so I can't even... Oh, no, it hasn't, so where's that gone? Yeah, so, but then I guess not getting up to 4 is going to be a bit harder. Yep. Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm going to be winning this one, unfortunately. Just haven't drawn any of my removal. So yeah, I think even if I draw a path there, I'll just have too many... Yeah, cabbage isn't going to do, unfortunately, so let's just scoop that one up. Again, I think my interaction is just so light that if I don't have the airbending ascension to at least utilize the triggers, that I'm going to have a hard time, because again, my creatures aren't big. It's more about going wide. Not much I can do about that, unfortunately. Just didn't really see anything in the draft, so let's just move on to the next one. Here we are with 1 win, 1 loss so far. Game number 3, and I am first. With a couple of 2-drops and a land cycler, I suppose it's probably an okay keep, though would be good to get the blue land. So I guess I probably want to play this on turn 2 maybe before the Dudettes, in case I get a blue that I can get a couple of triggers from it. I guess even Cabbage Merchant would be an okay one, as that then allows me to at least specifically get the island. It's barrels. Okay, so what I'm looking for then is at least another land, which again I do have that with the Rabaroo, so if I don't draw a land next time I probably want to just barrels Rabaroo. Okay, I drew a land. Do I want to trade away? Sure. I'm not too fussed about the captives, to be honest. Okay, so let's... the deserters and the barrels. Again, a little bit annoying that I didn't have the blue, but I don't think I would just want to barrels and pass and wait for another turn. White Lotus reinforcements. That's a pretty good one. Well, need to cycle here, unfortunately. I need to get my land drops. And I guess I just wait. Don't need to path the captives, I don't think. Probably one I want to path instead. So now I'm just looking for, I guess, more allies with ETBs. They could have a punch, which would be obviously a way to get rid of the Katara. It's probably more likely for them to have than, I guess, maybe something else. Oh, I can cast it because of the barrels, that's handy. Forgot, yep. Earth Kingdom Protector is probably a nice one to actually keep on top to cast right now. Then obviously Glider Kids next turn and get double scry. That looks like I'm going to be dying to the secret tunnel. Guess I don't need that land. I want to do this first, don't I? Then it leaves me up both. Yep. Octopus form are probably not good enough, to be honest, here now. Don't think I want that either. So it's 5, 9, 13, 16. Sure. taking it, wow. Going to 5, 2 even. Or 16, 18 minus 16. Okay, don't think that's enough again because I can't activate the secret tunnel anymore, so they're just dead in the air, essentially. Yay! That was a pretty good recovery there. I thought I was not going to be winning that, especially with their secret tunnel there, but that Earth King Lieutenant was pretty clutch with the double trigger and Katara. Oh, right, let's head on to the next game. Okay, welcome to game number 4, is that now? And I am on the draw with pretty sketchy, to be honest. Nothing until turn 3 unless I draw a plains, but has quite some powerful cards in it, I would say. That's not a plains. Needed to specify plains land, please. Platypus bear. Okay, well at least that's not attacking Katara. Well, I don't think I'm going to True Ancestry just to create a clue. Doesn't seem to worth it. So then I guess next turn I draw a plains, I can Katara or maybe just Earthbend Ascension. Maybe if they're not doing anything. Oh, they've actually got to attack. Is it? I thought it was 3. Oh, a lesson. Okay, sure. Well, didn't draw the land, so I need to get myself a plains here now. I might just need to do a rebellious and a Momo, I think. Another land. So yeah, that's rebellious and Momo. This isn't instant notice, it's sorcery only. Agni Cow, what does this one do? Draw, discard. Sure. A Geyser Leaper, Airbend Ascension. Guess yeah, I think I'm just going to Airbend Ascension there, Leaper, or I could actually do mine to get a Scry. But let's just do theirs, I think. And I think I'm just going to do that just to utilize my mana and get a clue if I don't draw a land next turn. So I really need a plains or an island. So green is probably the worst draw to have. 5/6 menace. Okay, well I guess scry for this now at least. And snowballers. Yeah, I guess I take the plains because I want to get Katara down before I can snowball. So let us do that. Katara and the Deserters. I don't mind taking hit for 5 this turn. So then my captors can stick around. Sorry, I can cast my captors. Oh, well, there goes the Katara. Sure. Yep, submersible is very good. Okay, I can at least snowballers tap down their mongoose. Get the counter on there, so I get 4, and then just maybe tap down these 2 things. Sure. And hopefully, well, doesn't look like the snowballers is going to stick around. They've got like firebending lesson, but I'm gonna do this regardless. Just need to keep their board clear, I think, at this point. And a warship, sure. And my other Kuruk. This is crew 2, sure. So I guess I can at least get him for 1 damage. Imagine they're discarding lands at this time, yep. Need another blue source. That seems to always be, every game I think I've had the Kuruk and just 1 island in available to me. Well, at least they're doing that now. So it's going to be tapping out, sure. A unlucky cabbage merchant. Well, that's pretty good because that is, hey, there we go. There's my blue source now. And I guess I probably want to put it on this deserter, I suppose, as I'm more than likely going to keep flickering the snowballs instead. Yeah, Kyoshi Warriors is nice, I think. Yeah. I'm assuming they're probably gonna Geyser Leaper activate the end. No, we've got a Master Paku instead. Well, at least they're gonna start attacking it for 4. Melt 2. Path of Redemption would have been good. Yeah. And I'm just gonna take the 4 at this point. And a Zhong, okay. And Katara, okay. Okay, barrels is nice because I can kill, I guess, the geyser. So kill the geyser, tap these two. Or are they dead now? So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's not quite dead. I think I'm just going to do this now while they're tapped out. Or sort of tapped out. Looks like they might have. Well, I guess that gets... no, yeah. Because that's going to be until... Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'm not attacking, so I guess I'm tapping down, I guess, Mongoose and Master Paku, or there. Tap down a creature. I guess it's these two. I'll double block with, I guess, Merchant and there's Deserters, I think, at this point. Yep. I'm guessing I'm trading a 2, 3. No, they've got rid of the Cabbage Merchant instead. I guess that makes sense if I'm just making food if I'm not targeting the snowballers. I think I need my glider, kids. Hey, there's glider, kids. Don't think I want that. Don't want that either. Do I want to Karuk again? Or do I want to Kyoshi Warriors? Guess I can Kyoshi Warriors. I think now I'm looking for my lieutenant at this point. So tap and tap. I'll start poking in with my spirit foxes or wolves, whatever they are, just spirits at the moment, but I need to be a bit wary because they kind of either mill me out or draw something relevant, again like a burn spell. Could have a lightning strike in their deck somewhere. Nine, 10, 11, 12, 13 lands from them. They could actually have another octopus form to untap it. Was it 14 lands now? Okay, snowballers now. Okay, can I win? So tap, tap. They've got blocks, so be block, block. That's 2, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11. So is that exactly? Let me just double check. So snowballers, block, block. So tap, tap. So tap, tap, and then they block 4, 3. Then that's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think it's exactly, isn't it? And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So yeah, I think it's exactly. Let me just double check. Block, block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, I'm sure it's exactly. They block a 4 and a 3, because that's 5. No, well. How can you cast something for free? Can't cast anything, can he? So yeah, I'm sure this is exactly 13. Yeah, wow. Oh, that was a nail-biting one as well. Wow, but got a bit lucky there. And yeah, they didn't, I guess, draw anything in terms of, I guess, like lightning strike, which would have just finished me off. But the glider kids, I think, really helped with setting up the draws, and yeah, I got a bit lucky, I think, there on my my draws for sure, and needing that or getting that second blue for that Kuruk just at the right time, I think, as well. But wow, so that's three wins and 1 loss, and gosh, I think the deck is doing better than probably what it should. So let's get at least 1 more win for the big jump, gem jump, and head on into the next game. Okay, here we are for our 5th game, and I am first. If I draw a blue, this hand is probably pretty good, but if I don't, then it's pretty weak. But I think it's worth keeping based on the power of the cards we do have. So maybe we can just draw a couple of lands. Obviously the left hand is not great, I guess, on turn 2. But it can grow itself if I draw blue, then it's pretty good, I think. Cabbage merchant, yep. Ugh, we didn't. That's frustrating. Wow. That's pretty unlucky, I think, there. So, not much I can do about that. Maybe it was a risky keep because of the blue cards I've got in my hand and seemingly don't seem to draw my blue sources from my previous game, so maybe I should have done a mulligan, but I don't know, I feel like if I had drawn at least blue or another land, then it would be quite promising. So let's just... Yeah, there we go. Okay, do I I guess I just play a Katara, as I've got a couple in hand. They obviously could have a quench here. And again, if I got an octopus form, it would seem a bit strange to use on, but now I can snowballers and get a tap down on that. So I think we're pretty set actually. So all I need, yeah, okay, now I can tap down both the mole and the land. And again, next turn, snowballers. Then that might even be lethal, so that would be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, not anymore. They've got another, oh, I got a removal punch effect. And it's probably the same cabbage merchant. Is if I attack, so if I play the snowball as tap, that would be 6, 7, 8. God, I really needed a land there. So let's just attack for 5, I think. And play another Katara. Oh, whoops, I just missed 2 points of damage there, so they should be on 5. Well, I guess I need to cycle, probably hold up Path of Redemption here, I think. Okay, they've decided to skip. I'm not too sure why. Maybe their hand was literally nothing, but anyway, we'll take that as a win. I guess the 2 points of damage missed wouldn't have made too much of a difference, I suppose, but definitely a punt there. But anyway, let's move on to the next one. Okay, into the next game we go, and I am on the play again with an okay hand, I suppose. Up my colours, which is the main thing. So I guess I'll still Katara on turn 3, especially with, I guess, our Earth Kingdom Protector here. And they've got Emai. No discard, okay. Okay, Kyoshi Warriors is nice. Some 1/1s. Green, red, so that probably means they're going to have some big chonk, which I might need to use maybe with the path, though at the moment they're just red creatures, so I'm not too sure what their green will be. Okay, probably want to enter search, put on the battlefield tapped. Okay, so that wouldn't allow me to cast the deserters, so maybe I'm just deserters. and probably spread it out a little bit so it's on one Katara and then probably one Kyoshi Warrior. Sure. Okay, now I probably need to start getting some more lands out of the deck. And again, we'll just earthbend the forest. And I probably want my second blue for the Legend of Karuk. So that's probably what I'm wanting to draw at this point, is the Legend of Karuk. And I do need to try and get rid of the Zuko, otherwise it's going to start allowing them to draw and get out of this stalemate. Okay, that's a pretty good one. And they've seen enough, so that would have been quite the hit, I think. Let's see actually what it would have actually done. So then that would have been a, so we had 2 triggers, so been 2 counters on everything. So that went 3. Then I've gone up to 7. So 7, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So these would have been 6 6s, 4 4, so it would have been hard to, I guess they wouldn't have died, but I guess maybe their blocks wouldn't have been the best. So that was a very clean curve out as well. So let's go on to the next game. Okay, here we are for the next one with, was it 6 wins under the belt currently? Wow, another okay hand with 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop in all the colours. So Cabbage Merchant might be able to helpfully get the second blue source that we're currently looking for. And a Badger Mole. Okay, this is probably going to be a tough one to deal with. So next turn they'll have 4 mana. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4? Still probably want to Cabbage Merchant, I think, just in case I do need to get my other colours out. So then obviously a Katara next turn. I'm okay with that, so no more ramp for me. And a rocket launch, sure. So they're going to have a lot of mana. But I think I needed to get the Katara out just so I can snowball us and then try and slow them down with a double trigger, I think. Okay, that's pretty good. And then they got a punch as well now. No, okay, octopus form. It's a little bit awkward with the octopus form being the only, well, only having 1 blue source with octopus form. Maybe I just keep that up, I think, at this stage. So a little bit annoying actually the cabbage merchant didn't survive, because yeah, having a second blue source here would have been great. They're going for a 6/6, sure. And honestly, I might just chump just to scry something, really. So it's either scrying or putting counters on something. And I guess it's better just to scry. Can double scry. Let's put one counter on and scry. Okay, so I've got another blue, which is fine. So I'm going to tap down their mana sources, I think, here now. And again, if they want to double block, I'm okay with that. So then I can get them with my hexproof. Probably get another green source at this point. And I'm probably going to attack as well with this. Yeah, them actually having that land there is pretty good, because now they've got trample again. Yep. But can they, if they attack with both, okay, they don't attack with both, that's fine, okay. Another snowballers would be pretty good here, I think. I think they might have just pulled out. I think that their badger mole is just probably a bit too powerful. They're literally on turn 2. I think they just was able to ramp out maybe a bit too quicker than what I could do. To take 8, yeah. And that's probably gonna do it, unfortunately, I think. So it's a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I might as well just pump up a bigger one. Draw cards so they can start drawing cards as well. So yeah. Guess I try and get Katara up big to start blocking some of these other lands. Oh, that's probably one of the worst draws I guess I could have had. So I need my Airbender Ascension to maybe airbend my own snowballers. But their creatures are just so big that, yeah, and obviously bigger board presence, that's going to be really tough for me to come back from this, I think, at this point. Okay, snowballers. Tap these two. Doesn't really do too much here. Kind of need to tap the boomy down, I think. And maybe a land, but maybe it's the toff. Again, lands I suppose aren't too bad as I can start putting counters on my team. But again, I'd rather draw something else at this point. But so what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4 blockers. They've all got trample, so yeah, I think they've just got too much. Whoa, why didn't they attack? So what am I drawing? Well, thankfully those two lands are gone. And it's essentially a land. Well, just needed something else there. So 2 lands and a moose, which I can't cast. It's not great. So yeah, again, I don't understand why I didn't attack last turn. Because again, I've got to block Chump, Toff, Boomy. So just if I attack with all, they've got too much trample damage. Because I've only got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points of toughness. They've got 8, so 14. And like yeah, I think they're just, for some reason, I know, yeah, like there's no point, I can't win that, so they've got too much trample damage. If I can get rid of the Badger Mole, maybe, but yeah. That 2-drop mythic is just so good, especially if you just get it on right at the start, and then every other time you earthbend after that is just ramp essentially. Because I think they were like on 3 lands at one point, and they were still able to just cast everything because of the Badger Mole. Anyway, let's go on to the next game. Okay, I am also first, and the hand is horrendous. Like, I've got 2 lands, but sorry, 2 islands, but if I don't draw another land, nothing happening until turn 4, so I'm gonna have to mulligan that. Okay, that's better. Kind of want to keep the Legend of Kuruk, and I might just honestly, I might just get rid of that creature, I think. Keep some removal and tempo, I think. Hey, nice 2-drop there. So blue source would be brilliant. And again, I don't think I'm going to run out the snowballers at this point. There we go. Okay, that's quite... Thank you for not giving me the land I was looking for, but anyway. So now I'm just looking for any land, essentially. Any land, please. Okay, that's a nice one. This gives +1 to other allies, yeah. Okay. Oh, gosh, come on. Honestly, I think I'm just going to put it on that, just to use my mana. And if they want to use a combat trick, so be it. So it looks like they're just green-white allies. How many times has that been in this draft where I've had both of my Legends of Kuruks and 1 island? Like even if I draw cabbage, merchant would be okay. So I'm guessing they've got a Suki in their deck probably as well somewhere. Barrels would be a good one as well, as that can fix. I've got quite a lot of cards that I should be able to draw to allow me to get my second blue. Okay, well, let's Glider Kids first. Maybe I can scry into an island. Okay, so I think I'm going to keep that instead of just a random card, another unknown card. And again, I'm just going to push, and if they want to do a combat trick, that's fine, because they'll then shrink their other allies. Though, them being green, they can have some punch effects which they can use with the enthusiasts, which maybe it looks like it's what they're doing here now. So they got 2 rocket. No, okay. So why did they do it to the captives? No, and they've just given up for some unknown reason. I don't know why. Maybe their hand was just missing colours. That's the only explanation I can think of. Or yeah, I'm not too sure. I just gave up there. Anyway, I'm not gonna complain. So I've got 2 losses, 6 wins, so need 1 more win. So essentially this is final boss time. 1 loss to give, 1 to win. Okay, here we are with our final match of the draft with our Bant Katara. And this hand is terrible. Well, definitely mulligan in that. I guess I can pitch a plains. And then hopefully just to draw something else. Actually, I should probably play the forest or plains in case I'd drawn the lieutenant. Don't think I'm going to ascension this time. Okay. Guess I can just redemption that. Or just airbend it. Yeah, let's just airbend the Dillo, even though they might not be able to cast another creature with 4 power that early. Okay, well, they might have done. Question is, do they want a land? And that goes, okay, they're going to land. And I guess I just play my musicians as that blocks it. There's a nice 2-5 against their 4-2. So let's see how we can do. Okay, so do I want to... I guess I'll just Path of Redemption this one now, as I can still block the ostrich horse even. Whoa, okay, so if I draw nothing but land, that's unfortunate. Only during my turn. Well, nothing else is happening, so I might as well just do that and then try and get another Ascension counter. Rebellious captives, sure. Okay, that's a pretty good one. As much as the Rabaroo is not great. I think I might just keep it. Can maybe even cycle it, get it back with True Ancestry. So I'll hold that island in case I decide to cast the Rabaroo. So I think I'm not gonna attack quite yet. So that'll then be a 4/4. Again, I'm happy for them to do some kind of trick on that because I can just get it back with True Ancestry. So it's only going to be a 4/4. So I guess I probably should have blocked with the 2/2 as well, but it's fine. Cabbage Merchant is fine. Because I do need a second green. I can now start flickering with actually the Ascension or maybe even the Earth King Lieutenant. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is start attacking, I think. Or maybe I'll just wait another turn. I think I'm going to wait. Do I want to do... Yeah, I think I'm just going to start attacking. That's fine. And at this point I probably will just play my Rabaroo now. So I might just get back the musicians. Is that a different one? That is a different one. So they had two. And not too fussed what I kill because I can just get something back with the True Ancestry. So whatever, if they've got something, I just suppose get it out of their hand at this point. And they're killing the merchant, so that's pretty good. 2/2 for a 4/4. Okay, in my book, sure. They got another removal spell of some sort, and they decided that they messed up. I'm assuming. I'm not too sure. Maybe they picked the wrong mode. Maybe they meant to pick. I'm assuming they were meant to have picked the 4 damage to the Rabaroo, and instead they just accidentally choose one. But having then a 7/7 after that, maybe that would have been a bit too big for them to deal with. But wow, pretty glad about this draft. I have to say this is my first 7 win with the draft, and it was on a pretty unexpected deck, I would say. I suppose Katara is probably not the best card overall in the draft, though I did have quite a few allies, and I'm glad I actually did push for the 3 colours as well, even though that was pretty sketchy at sometimes. Not being able to cast the Karuk, and that might have even been some of the losses that I'd had in the draft, but missing a few key pieces, I suppose, which I did see some opponents did have with their the ally Anthem creature, which would have been nice to have had, but overall pretty happy with the draft. And that was the deck. So thank you again for watching, and see you soon.